sunshine. So seated posture, and we're just going to start with some breathing. Just move that out of the way. Start with some nice breathing. So finding a nice tall seat, engaging your lower abdominals. Think of pulling your belly button in towards your spine, pressing your hands down, however you're sitting, whether it's on the floor or on your knees, and just closing your eyes and just start to take some slow, deep breaths. So just feeling that inhalation through the nose and slow exhalation through the mouth. And we're just going to take a few rounds like that. Deep breath in and exhaling. And we're going to do that one more time. Deep breath in and exhaling. Lovely. Now, with the hands on the knees, we're just going to take some nice big circles into the upper body. So if you don't have your legs crossed, try and cross them for this exercise. This is a really good one for the hips. Also quite good for the upper body, just to sort of release a bit of gentle movement to release some tension in the back and the side of the abdominal wall there, obliques, etc. And then around the other way, just very gently moving through that sort of gentle circular movement. Lovely. And then coming to your middle stance, interlace the fingers, just push your hands forward, stretch out your shoulders, have a little sort of wiggle there, and then drawing the arms up, pressing them down, and we're going to come over to our hands and knees. Nice. So coming over to your 4-point posture, we'll do a few rounds of our cat and cow just to really make sure our back body and front body is prepared. So pushing the mat away, push your spine up, and then finding a nice arch. Having a little twist if you need, and just doing this for a few rounds of breath. Really focusing on that nice opening in the back and the front. Nice. Good. Now we're going to start today with a little stretch out for the back of our calf. So tuck your left toes under and just slide your left foot back and just start to push your heel back towards the floor. Get a nice stretch into your calf muscle, and as you do this, try to keep your hips square. And then coming forward, taking that on the other side, tuck the toes and just push back for that nice stretch. Again, try not to let the hips tip, but instead keep them nice and square. And then coming back forward, we're going to bring the knees to touch and then take your left leg back behind you, right behind you. And we're just going to start with a little combination here. So we're going to draw the knee in towards the back of our left elbow. We're going to draw it in and then back out, and then tap the floor and then back in line. Good. So you're going to draw it in, exhale, and then tap and lift. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging for your body, you can take your other hand and just extend it forward to make that balance a little bit harder. It does really make it a lot harder, so just be mindful of your levels. And back and tap. You're going to do that one more time. And tap. Nice. Now bring that hand back in line with your temples. For this one, you can drop the back leg. That will make it a lot easier for your body. Otherwise, keep it up. I'm going to do a little push up here. So you're going to bend that elbow, bring the other elbow to the mat, and pushing up. Deep breath in and exhaling. Going to do just 2 more of these. And up, and 1 more. And up. Now hold the arm and leg long, reaching, and then bring it down. Nice. Take your knees nice and wide and just push back to your first shell stretch, or a little child's pose there. And just take a few rounds of breath. Whilst you're there, just roll out your wrists before we do that on the second side, and just take a few rounds of nice breath. Lovely. Okay, let's come up and do that on our second side. So realigning those shoulders directly over the wrists, knees to touch. And we're going to take our right leg back behind us, stretching it out, and then keeping in mind that we can just do this exercise just focusing on the legs and keeping the hands down. If you want to make it that little bit harder, on your next set, can reach the other arm forward. So breathing in and back and tap and lift and in and back and tap. Good. Let's just do 2 more of these. Keep that nice steady breath and think of moving really smoothly. Nice, smooth, controlled movement. And tap. Good. Now holding it there, bring the fingers to your temples. Then we're going to move into those gentle push-ups. Remembering you can put your back foot down to the floor if you need. Breathing in. Exhale. And in. Exhale. And one more. Nice. Now hold it long. Reach the arm, reach the leg. Take a deep breath. And bring it down. Nice. Push yourself back. Have a stretch there. Again, have a little mobilization of your wrists. Give them a little roll. And then we're going to roll over onto our bottom and we're going to come down onto our supine. So rolling through your spine all the way down. Draw your knees in towards your chest and just relax on your back for a few breaths. Have a little rock here. Maybe taking some little gentle circles just to get nice and comfortable back on the floor. Good. And then bring your feet down, taking your arms out nice and wide, finding like a T position with your arms. And then have a little windscreen wiper with your knees just to really relax and mobilize the hips. Just being really gentle, not to jar anything, but we just want to find a little bit of gentle movement there. Great. All right, let's take some toe taps. So we'll start hardest version, arms up. Yeah, if you want a little bit more support, keep them down on the floor. Otherwise, taking them up, tucking your pelvis to initiate this movement. So you're drawing your abdominals down, lifting your right leg off the mat, and exhale, bringing your left leg off. Now we're going to move them into a rotated position today. So like you've got a little diamond in your legs, holding the arms above you and just tapping one leg down and then squeezing to lift. Good. So we breathe here, feel that movement and focus that attention to your hip almost being like a little hinge so that we're moving from the correct sort of spot. Good, 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 good. So breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. Nice, steady breaths. Focus your attention up towards the ceiling and think about all your muscles at the front of your ab wall, all of them working together here. So pulling everything down. Good. We're going to do one more each side. Nice. Last one. Good. And then we're going to turn them back parallel, but keep them apart today. So about a foot distance apart so that your knees are in line with your hips. So instead of our joint position, we're going to keep them more in line with the hips. And then turn, if you've got your hands, turn your hands towards your knees, yeah? So we're going to lower both arms in one leg and then exhale, press as you draw it up. And then both arms in one leg and exhale. So really feel like when you're coming up here that you're pressing your arms down into something that's like almost a bit resistance, like moving your arms through water, etc. Something like that. And up. And we're going to take one more of these. And then just take a quick rest, hug your knees in. And we're going to take one more sort of level with this movement. So just take another little gentle rock. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Okay, so stay with one of those levels if that felt challenging enough for you this morning. And if you want to, we're going to take the legs directly up towards the ceiling now. So we're going to add a little bit of hamstring engagement. So if you've got tight hammies, you can also bend the knees slightly. Otherwise, try to keep a nice execution of lovely straight knees, yeah? So arms up, again, optional. Just take them here. And optional how far you go with this leg. So if you're going to just go, this is the easier sort of level, not going too far and then coming back up. Good. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take both arms back, going as low as we wish with that leg. And then exhale, we press to pull back up. And inhale, lower, just as far as we feel comfortable to go. And then squeeze to press and pull up. Inhale. Now, I'm going to keep our chin away from our chest. Keep lengthening our spine. And exhale, squeeze. Think of nice control. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. We've just got a couple more of these. And exhale. Even if you're just coming to here, keep integrity in your alignment. We've got one more each side. And exhale. And last one, really deep breath for that last one. And hug them down. Nice, good. Just bring your feet down. Have a little windscreen wiper. We're going to give that abdominals a little rest and move into some bridge work. So working our glutes, working our body fully, not just our core here. So taking your feet to the mat, make sure you can just touch your heels. Want our hips and knees in line. And then again, finding that more sort of challenging version for the balance with the arms up. But feel absolutely free to keep them down if that helps you stay a little bit more grounded. So from our hips, our pelvis, we're hinging here, thinking about all these muscles working together. We tuck the pelvis and slowly start to peel it off the mat. One vertebrae at a time, pushing up at the top, lifting those heels. Keep that nice elevation here and pushing up all through your pelvis and then rolling down. Lifting those heels at the top if you can. Little massage down through your back body and then drop your heels. Repeat that movement, tucking the pelvis. Like we always talk about, thinking about each vertebra of our back, each single section of our back body peeling off the floor. Once you find that top position, then you take those heels up, squeezing through the glutes, and then ease your way down. So it's really smooth movement, really isolating the back, isolating the spine, dropping the heels. Good. We're going to do just two more. Tuck the pelvis. Feel that engagement on that whole pathway up. Lifting the heels, pushing a little higher. Easing down, smooth roll down. Nice and steady. And dropping the heels. Let's take this last one up. And then we're going to hold it up here. Push the hips up. Lift those heels. And we're just going to take some arms. So if your arms are down now, see if you can join them up here. We're just going to do some arm movements. We're going to reach the arms back. And then exhale, bring them back up as we hold the hips as high as we can. So inhale, just sort of working shoulder mobilization here. And exhale. Good. Reaching back. Try to keep your head directly towards the sky here. And exhale. And one more. And up. And then slowly deflate all the way down through that spine. And relax. Give those legs work. All right, let's come over side line. So coming onto your side body, we're supporting the neck or lying all the way down, whatever you prefer. And we might go straight to our elevated clams today. So coming up onto the top of the thighs, lifting the feet there. And think here of joining your toes together. So as you open the top knee, your toes are staying joined together and then easing it down. So squeezing at the top and softly lowering down. Good. Squeezing at the top and lower. And we're going to watch our alignment. So we're really going to watch that we're not pulling back here, but instead we're keeping a really strong stance through our midsection and keeping almost like a sort of rod or anchor here in this hip to focus that control. Good. Let's 2 more. So you're going to stretch through both legs, stretch them out, and then in, and then down. And do not worry, you might find that you just sort of get to here. That's absolutely fine. Just want to get to your extension, wherever that is for your body. Think of reaching the legs away. So long extension in the legs. And down, and up, and stretching them long, and in, and down. We're going to do that just one more set. Stretch, in, and down. Nice. Now dropping your, actually we're going to drop both legs out now. So you're going to keep that top leg lifted and just joining the underneath leg and lower. And squeeze. So we're working those inner thighs here. Think about the underneath leg joining to the top leg. And down. Squeeze it up and lower. And inhale as you go down. Exhale to move. Good. We're going to just do 2 more. Nice. Now hold it there and just take a little side scissor. So you start quite slow with this scissor movement. So one foot's going forward, one foot's going back. And then once you get the coordination, speed up that scissor movement. Think of slicing your legs beside each other for 5, kind of like a swimming, but on the sideline. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it up, squeeze and hold. Feel your obliques working and relax. Nice. Just gently push yourself up there, my lovely. Come into a little sort of mermaid position and just taking a quick side stretch. Feeling a nice stretch out through that side body. Coming up, and then also just tipping away. Feel a nice reach out there as well. And then coming up. Lovely. Okay, let's swing the legs around. So as you do, sure you are executing the same alignment. So lying down or sitting up here. And we just start with those easy arms to open. Watching that hip is going to stay really square. You want to squeeze your bottom slightly at the top. Just a little bit of engagement. Toes touching. Good. 4, 3. Nice. And just keep a nice steady breath here too. And one more. Lovely. Now we're going to take a nice stretch out. So we're going to up. We stretch in. Ease it down. And up. Stretch. And stretch. And in. And down. And stretch. Good. We've got just 2 more of these. Keep that lovely extension in the knees. Keep reaching them away. And down. And 1 more. Lovely stuff. Okay, legs out nice and long. Leg to join. Magnet between the thighs, just squeezing to lift and squeezing to lift. Keep pulling in your side body. We have 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now hold it there and then just find that little side scissor, side swim. Once you sort of start getting the coordination, you can go a little bit faster. And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then squeeze the legs, hold them strong, and bring them down. Well done, guys. Just gently push yourself up, coming into that little mermaid stretch out. And then also coming over to the other reach away. Just feeling that nice extension. Lovely work. Excellent. Okay, let's finish off with a little plank series. So we'll do some side plank, a little bit of forward plank on, and keeping your options available, so you can leave your underneath knee down and just come to your side plank with your top leg lifted, your top leg extended. Otherwise, we're going to push up, find your side plank on the shoulder, on the forearm, so we're not fully extended there, and then taking that top arm up. Good. Now you're going to draw three little big circles around the body. So on your inhale, drawing a big circle, and exhale, one. Dropping that underneath the knee if you need. Deep breath in. It's a lot of pressure on that shoulder. Exhale, two. And one more deep breath in. And exhale, three. And then we're just going to take some time. Pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a deep breath. And then ease it down. Take that underneath arm across. Have a quick stretch. Is quite a lot of pressure on that shoulder, a side plank. So always keeping in mind to drop the underneath knee if you ever feel like it's too much. And then you just build up the strength. Also, sometimes it might just feel harder than other days. So just keeping that option. Pushing up for the second side. So setting your side body, keep pulling up through that side waist zone. Really flattening out through the torso. We take a deep breath here. And exhaling, one. Inhale. And exhaling, two. And deep breath in. And exhale, hold it strong, and we take those little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ease it down. Lovely work. Just take that arm across your body. Have a quick stretch there. And we're going to finish just with one full body plank before we have a nice stretch out. So coming back over onto your hands and knees, and we're going to set it up from here. So shoulders directly over your wrists. We want the hips directly over the knees to start. And think of flattening out through your back here. So you're pushing the mat away, micro bending the elbows, and then tuck your toes. Take a deep breath in as you slide one leg back. And then exhale. And we're just holding everything nice and in line, everything square. If it gets too much, you're going to drop those knees to the mat. And we're just going to take 3 more breaths. So deep breath in, exhale, 1. Deep breath in, exhale, 2. And final 1. And exhale, 3. Love. Bring the knees back. Well done. Just really good work. Do some stretches on it. Taking one knee in towards your little bit of a circle there. That hip in the socket. And then take that leg up, bending that knee and just moving it into a little half happy baby. So you want the top of the thigh coming down towards the floor. You can stretch it out if that feels nice for your hip, but just be really gentle with this movement. Lovely stretch. Really guide that leg up. So you're taking either the back of the calf for the foot, holding onto a joint when you're stretching, but instead you want to always take sort of like a muscly sort of flesh area instead of a joint if possible. Just taking 2 more deep breaths. And then bending that knee, take your ankle across your other knee and just enjoy a little rock there in your sort of reclined pigeon. And feel that rotation. And then scooping through if you want to, a little bit of a tighter stretch into your glute there. And then very gently bring it down, and we'll take that on our second side. So just taking those nice big circles into the hip to start, mobilizing that hip joint. Reverse. And then sending that leg up, finding your half happy baby, like you did on the first side. Just sort of have a little sort of gentle rock and playful movement there. And very easy to bring it up to your hamstring. Again, just being really mindful wherever you're holding onto it. Taking deep breaths. And then bending that knee, take the knee across. Maybe find a little bit of a deeper glute. Nice. Crossing your ankles, and we'll just take rolls up and down the spine. A nice little massage for that back. And then coming all the way up, finding your cross-seated posture where we started our class today, and we're going to finish with our breathing. So back to where we started, closing our eyes, reconnecting with that breath at the end of some movement to the and positive energy into our body through our exhale. So drawing the arms up, big deep breath in, and exhaling with that lovely grounding sensation when you exhale. Breathing in. 2. And last one. And big. Love.